In this video, I am going to show you how to create your very own Puffy Dot paint. I'm going to show you how to apply it, create this stunning mandala, and I'm going to show you how to remove it and change the color. Y'all, this is a big video with lots of tips and tricks and all kinds of stuff all along the way. Let's get started. So I've base painted a 4.5-inch art stone black and I've let it dry. Then, y'all, I've been pretty bored with my guidelines lately, so I used the same guidelines that I normally use on my canvas art. I'll leave a video down below so that you can get these guidelines if you need them. Right now, I just want to show you how I make this puffy paint. You guys are gonna love this. Basically, all I'm doing here is I'm making a mixture in this tiny, easy to squeeze squirt bottle. It'll wind up being 50% pouring medium and 50% of that heavy-bodied paint. I'm gonna go ahead and mix it all up pretty good, and then I give it just a little squirt of this heavy gel. I'll give it another mix, and then I'm gonna hold it up and look inside, and I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna make a peek in there and see if that peak melts away. This time it didn't. So if that happens, just add a little bit more of that pouring medium and test it again. When it melts away like this, you are ready to go. You just put the lid on it and boom, you've got puffy paint. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and make this other color as well, 50% of that pouring medium and 50% of this color, and then a little squirt, then a little test, and we are ready to go. I'll be using this canary yellow and this pink tulip. I also am going to be using a space gray that came with this set. I already had that mixed up from another project I did. I'm just giving them all a little test and we're going to get started. Look how beautiful this is. And you guys got to believe me when I tell you, these dots are going to stay like this. They're not going to sink. They're not going to go flat. If you get the mixture right, they're going to stay right where you put them. Now I want to use my dotting tool and make some tiny, tiny dots. So I'm kind of doing the same thing here. I'm using about half paint and half pouring medium, but I'm not using that heavy gel. And this is going to make it, let's say, dottable. Basically, you put a little dot there and then you can add to it with your dotting tool and those dots are going to stay just like that. Wait till you guys see. This is just the neatest thing. I hope this helps you guys out so much. Let's try this canary yellow. Now, I'm gonna tell you, when I started this project, my daughter helped me pick out these colors. And when you hold the two tubes together, it really did look like we were picking out, you know, this pretty dark pink color and this pretty almost lime green color. And she said that she wanted to do like some watermelon vibes. That's why I also picked that space gray out, like, you know, kind of like watermelon seeds. Well, after I mixed it, I was like, oh my gosh, it really does look yellow. I looked at the name, it said canary yellow, and I thought, well, duh. Anyway, I showed my daughter and she said, you know, I still like it. And in my mind, I was thinking sometimes these Arteza heavy-bodied paints, when I use them, it's like they go on one way and then when they dry, they're like a little darker, maybe a little lighter, a little more shiny. They change just a little bit. So I thought, you know what? We're gonna go with it. I'm gonna be brave and I am going to do the whole project. I'm gonna go away, I'm gonna let it dry, and then we'll see if this doesn't turn a little bit green and give us those watermelon vibes that we're looking for. So this is just so much fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I hope you try this at home because it is the most satisfying thing to do. Now, I want to give you just a little tip. When you're mixing up these paints, before you start your project, if you would just give them a little test and really watch the dot. And if you make, like, say that big pink dot in the middle, if you make one of those, say on a piece of paper or something, and it starts to spread, like it's growing, you know what I mean? It's getting wider and wider. What that means is that your mix is just a little too thin. I'm going to recommend taking that lid off, giving it just a little bit more of that heavy gel, and then test it again. What you're looking for is a beautiful dot. That one that I have in the center of this pink mix is absolutely perfect. This canary yellow, absolutely perfect. I will say that the space gray that I'm using is a little bit too thick. It could have used just a little bit more pouring medium because I still see just a little peak on each one of those dots. So basically what you're gonna do is test those dots. Check it out. If they're spreading, they're too thin. And if the peak is not melting into it, then they're too thick. If it's too thick, thin it down with that pouring medium. If it's too thin, thicken it up with the heavy gel. You guys, that's all there is to it. You can totally do this. It's gonna save us so much money. We can just use our paints. And as far as I know, this will work on any heavy bodied paint. These are pearlescent or metallic, and it works just fine. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. I want to give a great big shout out to one of our channel members, Angie. Angie has been a channel member for over 2 years, and I just want to give her a great big special thank you. I absolutely adore this person. Y'all, you just don't find better people than you do in this community. Angie, thank you so much for all you do for me. All right, it is time to hold my breath and cross my fingers and see how this dries. I'll let it dry overnight and I'll come back tomorrow and see what it's like. While we wait for it to dry, I'll leave a whole list of supplies here for you guys to see it. And I want to tell you that removing the guidelines with these puffy dots is a little tricky. Use a cotton swab, and if you still can't get close enough to that puffy dot, they make a micro swab. I'll leave a link for that down below. All of these guidelines came off just perfectly using that. All right, let's see how these colors turned out. Y'all, they are still the same. I think they got even more yellow. And this looks fantastic, but I'm still looking for those watermelon vibes. So my daughter grabbed another green for me, and I am going to try to switch this canary yellow over to this pastel green. I've got these little acrylic toothpicks. On one side it's like a little toothpick, and the other side it's like a cuticle pusher. I don't know the proper name for that. Anyway, I got them on Etsy as a free gift with something my mom ordered me for Christmas. Anyway, I'll find some and link them down below. Check out how I am able to just kind of stab these puffy dots and pull them right off. It was so much easier than I thought it would be. Mind you, I don't know if this would change. This dried overnight and for about 24 hours in total. If it dried any longer than that, I have to wonder if it would have been tougher. Now, I had a few of these dots that were touching. I took my X-Acto knife and just kind of sliced between them because I was scared that when I pulled those little dots off, it might pull off that big, beautiful pink one too. Cutting them like that worked really well. So I'm gonna remove all of these dots. I'm gonna make a batch of that pastel green, just like we did the canary yellow and that pink tulip. And well, I think first we better go ahead and touch up all of these with a little black base paint. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a cotton swab and dab it in that black paint and cover up all of the damage from removing those dots. And then we'll get to that pastel green. All right, I've got my pastel green all mixed up and ready to go. I can still see where all of my dots and swooshes and swipes were, so all I'm going to do is use those as a guideline for myself. I'll replace everything we removed, and then I'll let it dry and I'll resin it. I am going to say that the day that I did this was super hot in my house, y'all, and I had a huge fan going in my art room, and don't do that. Because what it did is it dried my dots before I could pull them out, and it damaged some of them. So either do just one dot at a time and then pull it with that dotting tool, or turn the fans off, trust me. All right, check out the final reveal with resin on it. Oh my goodness, you guys, tell me what you think about this. Did you like it better canary yellow, or do you like the pastel green? And what do you think about making your own Puffy Dot paint? I am just infatuated with it. This was so satisfying and so relaxing to do. I even kind of liked picking off all of those dots and swooshes. That was even kind of fun. Anyway, I hope you guys are inspired, and I hope you do a project of your own and you come back and you share it with me on my community page. Watch all of these Puffy Dot videos, and until next time, rock on!